Hey, it's Jeff here. Welcome to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. Today, from New Hampshire, 603 Brewery, Juice Devil IPA, DIPA. 9.5% alcohol by volume. I'm recording this in March. The date on this is early January. I'm hoping 8 weeks hasn't hurt it too much. These IPAs, they're better fresh, obviously. But anyway, what I've noticed a lot more lately in my area, and maybe other parts of the country are seeing the same thing, is that a lot of stores are selling these larger, 500 or so milliliter cans, the big tall cans, and they've kind of faded away on all the malt liquors. I mean, you occasionally see Colt 45 around here, a few others, and some of the ice beers, but I'm seeing more and more of these double IPAs that have 8-9% alcohol by volume, and that's, you can buy them by the single can, and I'm seeing a lot of those lately. So I guess that must be the big thing that people are buying. Otherwise the stores wouldn't be putting them up on their shelves. So anyway, let's open it and check it out. Of course, it's got to go into a 603 glass, a brewery that's been around in New Hampshire for early 2000s sometime. I know I've been there. I think I went there one of their earliest weeks, and I've been there. I've tried a lot of their brews over the years, so gonna try this one. I have not had this one, so let's give it a pour and see what it all looks like. I think I'm more like late 2000s, early 2010s. I should have checked, but I know 603 has been around for quite some time in Londonderry, New Hampshire, where there are a whole bunch of breweries right near each other. So anyway, there's the pour. I think I was a little too aggressive because I'm getting a ton of head. My fault, my bad. Sorry about that, Chief. But anyway, let's check it out. You can see it is not so hazy, more cloudy, I'd say, than hazy. Again, January date for canning, March date for reviewing. You got this very fluffy, creamy, sort of off-white head up top. Eggshell colored head up top. So the aroma on this, well, it still has some punch as far as the hop aromas go. I'm picking up those sensations of pine, maybe a little grass, fruit sensations, tropical fruit sensations, or more like juicy fruit sensations, akin to orange, what I like to call juicy fruits, like orange and pineapple, the kinds that really squish in your mouth when you eat them, as opposed to a banana, which sort of is more starchy and chewy. And I'm getting sort of an undercurrent of cereal grain, typical for the style. They're not calling this a hazy IPA, and it's a good thing because it's not really hazy. But let's check out the taste. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I could have had this a month ago. It might have been way better. That's not to say it's bad. I'm definitely getting the grainy, bready sourdough cereal grain character at first in the malts. So it's actually a little more malt forward in the beginning. Sweet and malt forward. The hops are more subtle and laid back. I put them in the fruity range. Maybe along the lines of, maybe there's a touch of apple perhaps, a touch of pear, which I didn't pick up on the nose. I'm not getting as much as the orange zest. I'm getting a touch of it. It's 9.5%, so I'm not picking up a real boozy sensation, but again, I'm just starting this. By the end of this can, who knows, I might be a little cross-eyed. Fairly easy drinking beer for the style. I'm kind of glad it's not too super tropical or fruity. You know, I don't mind those. They're not my favorite style. I've said that many times on my channel. I know it's kind of a rage. The IPAs are all of a rage right now. I guess the people who are buying more craft beer, unlike the old folks like me, the newer craft beer fans, such as they are, since the whole craft beer industry seems to be taking a bit of a downfall, but the newer craft beer fans who are millennials and maybe in their 20s and 30s or whatnot are into that really juicy, hoppy character. I mean, they really want that sort of flavor when they buy their beer. They don't want sort of grains and corn and stuff like that. They want really hopped up characters, and so that's what you're going to see on the shelves and in the refrigerators. Anyway, that's me on my pedestal right now. Mm. But I'm actually kind of pleased. It's more balanced. I kind of like the fact that I'm picking up more of the grainy, ready sort of character on this. Maybe even this very hint of tobacco. I don't like to use that term, but I'm not sure how else to describe it. But again, the fruity and the fruity characters kick in a bit more in the taste. I think I noticed them more in the aroma than I do in the taste. I'm picking more of a malt forward character, so maybe that was their intent. But again, this is 2 months old. So, bitterness at the end, a high bitterness, I would say. Kind of the body, I'm saying it would be soft, maybe a little better than light, probably around medium, but not really chewy per se, I would say. It looks like I'm drinking a lot, but maybe it does look like I'm drinking a lot, but I'm always taking smaller sips just to get a sense of it all. But it's, I'm not going to complain. It's what it is for the style. And if I were to grade this, I'm going to put this in the, let's put it in the 89 out of 100 range, a high B plus, as they say. It's not, I mean, it's a good little beer. It's just not my style. But it just seems, maybe because it's 2 months old, it may have faded a bit, so I'm losing some of the punch. But it's got it's a nicely balanced beer with the hops are a little more powerful. If you want to talk about a percentage, let's say 55 hops, 45 malt, or maybe 60 hops, 40 malts. I mean, the hops are very notable, but they're not really blowing up in my face, and that's kind of what I like about this one. So that'll do it for now. This is from 603 of New Hampshire, and this is their Juice Devil Double IPA. Thanks for watching NEBR. I'll catch you again next time.